back to the weekly news. I'm Sergio Martinez.
And I'm Junior Meza. On this week's news, Caden Burkhart will be talking to us about the BBN class. Ethan Farrell will be explaining the finals.
We have Curtis with the weather and Shannon with all of the information on Beaver sports. The Beaver Broadcasting Network is a unique opportunity for students to learn about sports media. Caden Burkhart highlights the program.
Have you ever watched a Scott City football game from home? If so, you have BBN to thank. BBN, or the Beaver Broadcasting Network, is an award-winning broadcasting team dedicated to giving you the best Scott City sports coverage possible, usually in the form of live streams. To learn more about BBN, I spoke to Mrs. Miles Ratzlaff, the teacher and supervisor of BBN, to understand what it's really about.
So BBN stands for the Beaver Broadcasting Network. It's a small group of students here at Scott Community High School that are dedicated to broadcasting all sporting events, but also learning about the art of multimedia communication. So BBN is really unique because we're one of the only schools in Western Kansas, especially at this size, who has anything even close to this.
I also asked her what she thought made BBN so special.
BBN truly is unique. You absolutely will not find something like this at other schools. It is something that our community has really poured into, and we are so fortunate to have such a supportive community to have a program this great. But also just here at Scott Community High School, we don't have other programs even similar to this in the sense that it uses both parts of your brain. So I always like to say that it uses your creative side of your brain and also your tech side of your brain. So if you like art, if you like creating, if you like making things, you would like doing BBN. But then also if you like technical things like computers and gaming and anything along those lines, you'll also like BBN. It's one of the few programs that uses both sides.
In addition to Mrs. Ratzlaff, I also spoke to Emiliano Sanchez, a junior member of BBN and the graphics lead, about what he enjoys so much about it.
I would say being able to put some creativity that you're not necessarily able to put into, I guess, school projects now and like other forms of work, like occupations and things like that, being able to put my creativity into something that is still able to support in a way, like my school and like my friends in sports, that I really enjoy that, being able to help out in a way where it just kind of clicks for me. It really does. I find it fun.
He also talked about what BBN means to him and why he thinks people join.
I believe it to be a team of people that want to support like their classmates, friends, and other people that like have friends and classmates in sports. It's a way for a bunch of them to be able to like, it's a bunch of them that want to support them without necessarily being in the limelight in a way, you know?
Joining BBN isn't just a great way to get a head start in media-related fields. It's joining a group that truly cares for each other and will teach you the skills that will be useful for the rest of your life. If you've ever had any interest in the streaming side of sports or are curious about how it works, you can speak to Mrs. Ratzlaff about joining it or to learn more about it and see if you're a fit. For BBN, I'm Caden Burkhart.
Thank you, Caden.
Finals have many students stressing and staying up late to study. Now we have Ethan Farrell telling us about the finals.
Finals week is a very stressful week, but they ultimately prepare you for college. For 2 days at the end of the semester, SCHS changes the schedule and focuses on taking final exams. Principal Aaron Dirks explains what the finals policy is.
The policy is simply we run an alternate schedule where there's an hour and a half for each class over 2 days, and then an open lunch. The other part of the finals policy is simply that each teacher is required to give a final of some sort.
Dirks feels that having a final policy prepares them for finals they will have to take in college.
It benefits you in a preparation for college because in college you are going to have finals for your classes and they are going to be a culmination of that semester. So some of the teachers may do a project, some of the teachers may do a test, they may have some other ideas, but that's what is required for the teachers to do, is to wrap that semester up and to give us some sort of judgment on what you've learned and how you've grown.
Sarah Miles Ratzlaff, a teacher at SCHS, agrees that having finals is a way to practice study skills.
I think overall the point of having a final system like we do is to get students ready for college. Because whenever you get to college, you have almost a full week of finals, and it can be pretty stressful, but it's really important to give students the opportunity to kind of get a mini version of how it would be in college. The more opportunities you have to practice, taking tests, doing finals, studying, the better off you'll be in the long run.
Sophomore Allie Plummer feels like a final exam doesn't reflect how well students have done in the class.
I feel like you can do good in a class and you can do really bad on a final, and it can drop your grade, and it doesn't really reflect on how you did.
Best of luck to all students on their finals. For BBN, I'm Ethan Farrell.
Thanks, Ethan.
It's time to get an update on the weather. Curtis Pylon looks forward to a sunny weekend.
Thanks, guys. Going into this weekend, it looks like temperatures are mostly going to be sunny. Today, Scott City has a high of 64 with 11 to 15 miles per hour wind, and a low of 36 with 10 miles per hour per wind. Saturday, temperatures are mostly sunny with a high of 52 with 8 to 14 miles per hour of winds, and a low of 24. Sunday, the temperatures are mostly sunny with a high of 52 and a low of 30. Have a great weekend. For BBN, I'm Curtis Bailon.
Have a Merry Christmas. For BBN, I'm Junior Meza.
And I'm Sergio Martinez.